Good evening, everybody. I know it's been a while, but I'm glad to check in. Unfortunately, I was out of town at a conference last week, so we're a little bit behind, but not to worry. What we're going to be doing for this week is we're going to be talking about personality styles. So when you go into week 9, excuse me, you're going to find some documents. Number 1 will say test score on it. Now again, these documents, unfortunately, I haven't been able to figure out how to make them editable, so you'll actually kind of have to use some scratch paper, if you will. But if you'll look at the personality styles worksheet, and again, I know this isn't the best lighting, but again, when you pull up the document, you'll see what it looks like in here. But again, actually, I'm going to put it on this side. So again, when you go into the document, you'll see this personality styles, the word sort, and again, you're going to work across the columns. So this is one row, and what you're going to do is you're going to read each box and collectively get an idea of the theme of that box, and then score them from 1 to 4. So you can see here this first box here, that's the one that is most like me, so I put a 4 there. And then this third column here, it is actually the least like me, so I put a 1, then a 2, and a 3 accordingly. And then you go to the next row, the one that's most like me, I put a 4, the one that's least like me, a 1, then a 2, and then a 3, and so on, all the way across the board. And then once you've scored those, again, you can just write that down on a scratch piece of paper. And then the next one, you'll pull up the score sheet, and again, on this side, you can see you'll just simply go to, for each color, it's going to have the number signified. So in this case, you have 1, 8, 11, 14, and 19. So you would just take each one of those. So you would look for 1, and again, going back to this first page, you would find the 1 for that one box, and whatever number you put, that's what you're going to put. So for 1, that would be 4. For 8, that would be a 3. 11, I scored a 1. Number 14, that box was a 2. 19 was a 2, and so on. So at the end of these, you're going to have a total for each one of these categories, and what you'll notice is you will have a strong indication, typically that's going to be basically your color. Now some students will have a couple of different colors that they may score strongly in. Like, for example, you might be gold. In my case, gold is my top score, but I have a pretty strong green as well. Whereas my orange isn't quite as high, my blue is relatively low, so that's definitely not a blue. But again, I want you to go through that, and then the other page, the explanation packet, will give you an idea based on, it'll break down all the different colors, what they mean, what their strengths are, what some of their weaknesses, how to engage them, what they're looking for in terms of praise, what their likes and dislikes are. And so I want you to do that for this week. And what you're going to do, once you've gone through the test, you've scored it, you found out that you're a gold or a green or you're a combination of something there, what I want you to do is I want you to read through that explanation packet, and then I want you to email me, one, what your dominant personality color is, and then I want you to write me just a short paragraph as to whether you agree or disagree with that, and why. Are there certain things that just screams to me, yes, that's me, they've got it all over it, or are there certain things that just doesn't really seem to sync up with what I feel that I bring to the table in terms of my personality. But that's what we're going to start off with this week. You will hear back from me probably around Thursday or Friday with another assignment for this week. We're going to really start talking about, over this weekend, I'm going to start talking to you guys about fall registration. Again, we have a brand new approach. We're going to be offering courses starting in the fall. We're going to be going to an 8-week format where students will be able to take classes predominantly in an 8-week block followed by a second 8 weeks block. Some courses will obviously need to remain 16 weeks for various reasons, but again, I'll have a video for you guys closer toward the end of the week where we'll talk a little bit more in depth about what that actually means, what that will look like, and then we're going to spend next week talking about the fall schedule, and we will get you registered for your fall classes as a part of wrapping up this course, and we'll do that next week, but we'll talk a little bit more about that later into the week. But so for now, I want you to go into week 9. You'll be able to find everything you need there for the personality styles, and I will keep you posted as we get later into the week. Everybody have a good evening.